Hello guys, welcome back to my mathematics channel. For today's lesson, I would like to teach you chapter 7, which is actually statistic, measure of dispersion for group data. Right, so what will you learn for this topic? Let's read the textbook. Alright, so dispersion, measures of dispersion. These are the two important topics that we will focus to. And why study this chapter? Let's see, why is it so important to study statistic, dispersion and measure of dispersion? Alright, statistical analysis such as measure of dispersion is widely applied in various fields, including medicine, agriculture, finance, social science, and many more. The career field that apply statistical analysis include biometric, actuary science, and financial analysis. Use big data to obtain statistical values and hence represent the data in statistical graph. Right, big data. Example, we have many cases of the patient that are positive COVID-19. The data is big, isn't it? It increased tremendously recently, right? So, do you know William Playfair 1759 to 1823 was a Scottish economist who used various common statistical graphs in his book, The Commercial and Political Atlas, published in 1786. For more information, you can scan the barcode. Right. So let's proceed to the next one. So for this topic, you must master important words. Word bank. So these are the important words which are group data, histogram, cumulative histogram, cumulative frequency, quartile or give, statistical investigation, percentile, and frequency polygon. Right? So these are the important keywords that you must master. So let's proceed to the next page. Wow, this is very interesting. What is this? This is a COVID-19 virus, right? Or this virus, we don't like virus. Hopefully the virus will disappear soon. So as you can see, this is a very important information that still going on in our country, right? So as you can see, the number of daily cases of COVID-19 in Malaysia, right? So you can see the curve. Beginning is 0 and then it go up, right? The curve is go up until peak. Then because of the MCO 2, 3, and 4, it flattened down and almost reach 20, right? And 40. So, but now what happened? So the cases of the COVID-19 is go up again. So we have now continue with the another phase of MCO, right? Now let's read this one, very interesting. Okay, so the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic in the early 2020 has forced Malaysians to adjust new normal. The swift and efficient action taken by the authorities in tackling the pandemic has helped Malaysia to control the increasing number of patients infected by virus. Malaysia is successful in flattening the curve of the number of daily infected cases by issuing movement control order. Movement control order. In your opinion, what will be the shape of the graph if the MCO has not been implemented? So let's proceed. So let's see what is dispersion. Okay, how to construct the histogram and frequency polygon. So our learning objective today is actually we want to focus on construct the histogram and the frequency polygon for a set of group data. So let's discuss this one. So in Form 4, actually Form 4 mathematics, you have learned about the ways to interpret the dispersion of ungrouped data based on the stand and leaf plot and dot plots. We can observe the dispersion for group data by constructing histogram and frequency polygon. Prior to that, you need to know the cross interval, lower limit and upper limit, midpoint, lower boundary, upper boundary, and cumulative frequency that can be obtained from a frequency table. Alright. So class interval means what? Class interval is actually the range of a division data, right? Okay, so let's read this one. To recognize the lower limit, upper limit, midpoint, lower boundary, upper boundary of the set of data. Okay, after you study this activity, you should be able to tell me what is lower limit, what is upper limit, what is lower boundary, what is upper boundary, and also the midpoint. All right. So all these are important. So as you can see, the data show the amount of daily pocket money in Ringgit Malaysia received by 20 pupils in a particular day. So we have five here. We have one, two, three, four data. Four. Okay, 4 times 5, we have 20. 4 times 5 is 20, right? We have 20 data, right? Okay. Now this data is actually the pocket money received by 20 students. Some of them receive 1 ringgit, some of them receive 2 ringgit. We have 3, we have 4, we have 5, and so on and so forth. And the highest is 15, right? So identify the smallest data. Smallest data. Where is the smallest data? Of course, is 1, right? We don't have less than 1. Okay, then the biggest data or the largest data. The largest data is where? Okay, it should be 15, right? So that is actually the difference between these two is actually the range 15 minus 1. So the range is 14, right? Okay, you have learned this in Form 4, right? By referring to the data, group the data 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, in sequence. Okay, they want you to arrange the data in sequence. For example, a group of 3 uniform part means 1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15. And then by using tally method, choose and insert the data according to the part of the group. So meaning that we are going to do a simple calculation for the number of data that lies between 1 to 5. This is actually class interval, right? Class interval. 1 to 5, so we do the tally. Still remember how to do tally. So 1, 4, okay, we drew, okay, 5, 2, this is called tally. 4, okay, we do horizontal line. So we have 5 data already, which is between 1 to 5. Still got some more, 5. We have 3. We have 4. We have some more not? No, that's all. So we have frequency, we write 8, right? Then how about 6 to 10? Now let's use another color. 6 to 10, we have 1, we have 2, we have 7, and we have 8, and we have 11 cannot write, we have 7, alright. 15 cannot write, we have 7, we have 9, right? Alright, so we have 7, right? So how about data which is 11 to 15? Okay, let's see. 11 to 15, we have 1, we have 2, 12 is between 11 to 15, right? And 11. So we have one more 15, right? We have 5. We should have 5 because when we total up, we must get 20. The total frequency, we write total frequency should be 20. Alright, so we're going to fill up this frequency into the frequency table. So what is frequency table? So this is so-called frequency table. Let me show you. So I'm going to draw the frequency table. Okay, so let me draw down the frequency table. So this is the class interval. So we have frequency, we have the lower limit, we have the upper limit, we have the midpoint. So basically for frequency table, you should have all these. Okay, so we have 1 to 5, right? We have 6 to 10, right? Okay, we have 11 to 15. So we draw a table. So we can draw the horizontal line using ruler. Okay, frequency, we have 8, right? We have 7, we have 5. So total is 20 here. You can write total. This is a symbol for total frequency. Lower limit is very simple. Okay, lower limit is 1. Here, 1. And then 6. And then 11. That's called lower limit. How about upper limit? Upper limit will be 5, 10, and 15, right? So we have 5, 10, 15. And the midpoint is you have to take 1 plus 5 divided by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. So this is 3. And then you have to take 6 plus 10 divided by 2, which is 8. So 8. Okay, then 11 plus 15 divided by 2, you got 26. Divided by 2 is 13. So basically this is a simple, this is so-called simple frequency table, right? Frequency table. So we have class interval, we have frequency, okay, we have lower limit, we have the upper limit and the midpoint. So this is the activity that you need to do in order to make sure you understand what is frequency table. All right, so I think that's all my sharing for today's class. I will continue for the next lesson. Bye bye and have a nice